Hello, everyone, and welcome to Harv's World for episode 10 of Dalton Valley Farm. It's a winter wonderland here in Dalton Valley. Yes, we are in early winter, and we have plenty of snow on the ground. A couple orders of business to get out of right away, or get out of, to take care of, I should say. Before we move on, I would like to welcome J. Sark 1983, Jariah, Tim Kirstens, Renee, Farmer Brend, Firewire TV, The Shaming Man Games, and David Gibson to the channel. Those are our newest subscribers. Thank you all for joining up. I appreciate having you here, and to the anonymous subscribers who flood into the channel, or seems to be anyway. Thank you also. Also, keep in mind that we are looking for a new country for the Harv's World Tour. I'm still looking for suggestions. Please leave those in the comments below. If there's a country you would like us to travel to next, let me know. Only restriction is it can't be in the US or Scotland. We want to go somewhere new. Now, with that said, we are in winter, and so we are kind of restricted about what we can do and not do on the farm. We can't fertilize, we can't plow, we can't really work the fields much in any way, just because the ground is frozen. I've tried a few things, just tested it out, because, again, I'm not that comfortable in seasons. I don't know it that well yet. Learning about it, and yeah. So we can't do much there. However, there are things that we still need to get done now. I said in the last episode, well, the title of the last episode was Fat Stacks, and we brought in some good money. However, our money is doing even better now, and that's thanks to the biogas plant that I almost sold off. So all of that straw that got harvested, the biogas plant chewed right through that stuff. I got rid of all of those bales before the end of the day, and we brought in $170,400 just from that straw. So the straw was worth almost as much as the canola. The canola brought in 184. The straw gave us another 170. We were just looking at our goats, so we should probably take a quick look at our seasons menu and get caught up on that as well. So obviously we can't plant anything right now. If we had crops to come in, there's a possibility they could have survived into early winter, but I wasn't willing to risk it. So we went ahead and just turned that into silage. Our animals, however, are doing incredibly well. Our goats are up to 55 from 31. So 24 new goats, 24 kids. And we've got a few more yet to come. We've got another one coming late today. You can see it's ready. She'll be giving birth to a new kid any time now. And then our sheep, we have many pregnant sheep, probably around 150. And 150 is going to kind of top us out because our pen will only hold 350 and we started out with 200. So we are doing well in the sheep department. Also, I'm looking forward to lambing season to see exactly how that plays out and does for us financially. Looking back at the goats again really quickly, we do have 13,000 liters of goat milk, and I'd like to see about getting that processed today. And if we look at goat milk in this menu here, it's at a good price. It's not at what the maximum has been. However, looking at our sell points and prices for goat milk, we have a very good price at the Dalton Barn Store, and that price is increasing. So we're going to wait for that price to stabilize, and then I'm going to look at selling off that goat milk today. Now, there is one little bit of farming that we can accomplish today. Oddly enough, it seems a little bit strange, and it's 9:30 in the morning, and look how dark it still is. I don't know if that's natural to Scotland or not, but it is very cloudy, very overcast, so that's probably why we're not quite getting the light we might expect. One thing that I've discovered we can do in seasons during the winter when the ground is frozen, we can put lime on the field. And the field we planted our canola in, well, it definitely needs lime. So let me get that started right now, and we'll just take care of that. it's a little bit slickery. We could play in the field and do some donuts and such. Something along those lines. Alright, I'm just going to put a course play worker on this. Let's get some field work done. Course generation. Field 20. Headland 4 will be good. Yeah, that looks good. Tell him to go ahead and drive, and then if we look at our map, I'll show you here on field 20, our big field. Definitely needs lime, and we can see that that lime is definitely going down, so we'll let that worker continue there, and then I'm gonna go jump in our Fent and head to the store because, well, that's what we do best. We go to the store. At least it seems like that's our most common trip. Now, like I said, we've got 300,000 liters of silage at the biogas plant still, and that needs to get taken care of. All we're going to do is scoop that back up and dump it right into the biogas plant to make us even more money. And if my calculations are correct, the silage we made, and again, I almost sold the biogas plant. I bought it and then was like, well, we're not using it. I should just get rid of this because we could use the money. And money was getting really tight, especially around harvest time. So I almost sold it, and now that silage that we made is probably going to net us somewhere between 130 and 140,000. So all in all, this has been a very productive first year. It has done very well. As we pull into the shop here, and the Bailey trailer that we were using before, that at least I like that. I'm just gonna buy it outright. I'm sure it will pay for itself in the long run. Well, this time we can dress it up just a little bit. Get those Harv's World colors working for us. I don't know what this design color does, but it's like not anywhere on the trailer that I've been able to find, but we'll change it anyway. We're going to make sure we've got maximum capacity, and I like the Michelins here, so we're going to buy that. And we did end up using quite a bit the milling machine, so I'm going to go ahead and buy one of those also. And we got to get those Harv's World colors working for us again. Very good. So that's about 31,000 we've just spent, and we've got a little bit of equipment now. I mean, we had the 2 tractors, we have the 2 spreaders, we've got a skid steer, and what else was there? Oh, that little flatbed trailer. So that's not too bad. Now, one thing that I did find out is that, and I'll show you real quick. If we look at our contracts, we've got fertilizing contracts, we've got sowing contracts, and we have baling contracts. None of those can be done in the winter, so I'm not sure why they're offering the contract. I can't fertilize, I can't sow, and I couldn't mow grass to bale it. So I'm not sure why they're offering those contracts, so that might just be a map error that needs to be corrected, but no harm, no foul. Now, our Scotland facts for the day, since we are in Dalton Valley, Scotland. As of 2018, there were over 40,000 tractors in Scotland. Just tractors. And 21,000 transport vehicles. So, trucks and trailers just to get crops around or animals. 3,400 combine harvesters. Can you imagine 3,400 combines all lined up? That would be an amazing sight, right? And then Scotland also had a 911 milking parlors. So a lot of milk being produced there in Scotland. Okay, back to the biogas plant. And we have our 2 bunker silos. Now this one's only at 89% complete. It should be done by the end of the day. And then our big one, our big load is ready. So we are going to, keep an eye on our worker over there in field 19. We'll have to hop over there and take care of that at some point here. There we go. And let's start loading up some silage. Make the big bucks. And then we need to start thinking about, so we're going to have, you know, somewhere around 450,000. Now I've still got 200,000 outstanding in loans, so I'll want to start paying that off to some degree at least. I mean, I paid off 50,000. We can pay off another 100,000. No problem there. But, you know, more land, more equipment, because I kind of feel like the leasing was working out well. It can get a little bit expensive, but not nearly as expensive as buying outright. So that's something to consider. I kind of feel like more land might be the better choice. With more land means increased leasing costs because, well, we've got limited windows of opportunity during seasons to get certain parts of our work done. So, you know, especially when you've got multiple crops that you might need to get in the ground. But we saw during harvest, you know, we had to get lucerne taken care of, we had to get canola taken care of, we had to get barley taken care of. Adding more land to that is definitely going to increase that. These short windows of opportunity. And then the soil moisture didn't help at all either, did it? You know, and really reduced the time we had to harvest that canola. So adding more land is definitely going to increase our challenge level, which is good. We probably need that to some degree. Let's take a look at field 19 and see where our worker is. Oh yeah, that's going well. They'll be done before too much longer. In fact, if I can get another trailer load of this silage, keep in mind that the biogas plant will only crank through about 50,000 liters at a time. So we probably won't be able to drop this whole second trailer right away. We'll have to wait. Assuming I can select the right piece of equipment. There we go. Alright, let's go take a look at our, while we're waiting for the biogas plant to churn through that stuff, let's go see how our helper's doing over here. Now the drawback, we kind of almost have to use a worker in a situation like this because, well, can you tell where that lime is on the field? I sure can't, and it's definitely not wiping away the snow at all. So Yeah. So let's look at our fields, shall we? Let's take a look and see. We've got this money now. I kind of feel like we should pick up more property, more land. And land we know is reasonably cheap. And I kind of like the idea of field 19. That would give us the two largest fields on the map. It's close to our field 20. And would really boost our holdings and ability to make more money. Let's see what they've done. Okay, there's nothing in that field right now at all. So it would appear. Nope. Nothing. So it's been cultivated, but it does need to be plowed. We've also got field 45 and field 18 that needs to be plowed. And I think I want to plow field 26 and replant that with grass so that we are getting fertilizable grass and increase our yields there. So, yeah, we'll think about that later, but we would have a lot of plowing to do. Now, this field 20, will be plantable like right away. When spring comes, it's ready to go. Yep, there's nothing more that needs to be done except some fertilizing and then planting. So we've got that going for us. But we have a lot of plowing to do, especially if we pick up field 19. I'm really tempted. It doesn't need lime. That's a good thing. Well, I'm going to wait for him to finish so that I can pick up all the little spots that he's missed. We'll use the map for that. And actually, I'm saying he, but we've got a lady worker today, so that's very good. But you can see this is the only problem we have sometimes with course plays, especially when you do headland passes, they'll miss little bits on the corner. So we'll just go touch those up. No harm, no foul. It's not like we have a shortage of lime. All right. So I think if we just run straight into this corner, nope. I thought I was on target, but apparently not. This is where it gets a little bit tricky because, like I said, we can't see where this lime is because of the snow. Just enough snow to be a nuisance. That looks like a better line. Yep, I think that'll do. Let's check our milk price real quick and see where we're at. So it's still climbing. We are not ready to sell milk yet. Hopefully by the end of the day. Oh, I wanted to check this just to make sure. Yep, we got good coverage. We'll run all the way into this corner. There we go, that's good. Very good. Early in the spring when I bought this spreader, which I'm still not sure I like very much, but it might not be the spreader. I have a sneaking suspicion there's an issue somewhere else. Anyway, oh, we can't unload the spreader. So, yeah, that's why I wasn't too happy with it, because we can't unload it. But it's worked out well as a lime spreader, so we'll live with it. Alright, I think we can run from here straight toward the corner, pick up the last little bits over here. In fact, I'm just going to try to sweep right around like so. That should take care of that. No, it did not. I wonder if it's even, if there's something weird going on with that corner. Yeah, that took care of it. Yeah, it looks like there's just a little tiny bit over on this edge that didn't get covered, so we'll take care of that. Okay, see if we can get deep into this corner. No, I don't want that. I just want to do this. Like so. That's about right. There we go. Alright, well that takes care of liming field 20 here. I'll get this back over to the barnyard, the farm, the sheep farm. And honestly, you know, this is pretty well gonna wrap up winter. I mean, we're gonna get all the little bits and pieces done that we can do to prepare for winter. Those will be done today, and then we'll probably be looking at early spring again. See exactly where we stand at that point. Alright, let's get back to the fence. Looks like we can grab some more silage. So I'm going to finish loading up this silage, and I'll see you when these bunker silos are empty. Well, I've got most of the silage taken care of. You can see it's starting to get late in the afternoon. It's almost, what, 3:30, just after 3:30 p.m. But our goat milk price finally stabilized. So I'm going to let the biogas plant churn through some more of that silage. And I'm going to run to the shop and pick up a trailer for goat milk. And we're going to get some of that sold off. So let's see what our options are. Oh, And this should be, I would believe, under animals, I'm sure. And yeah, so we've got two options. We've got this Lizard MKS8, $25,000. We've got an Aquatran 7300 for $9,500. So let's see, we've got 7,300 liters for 9,500, or we've got 8,000 liters for over 2.5 times the price. Which one would I take? Obviously, I'm not going to spend another $15,000 just to increase my capacity by a mere 700 liters. That's ridiculous. And we are just going to lease this. We might end up buying it later. Might. If we're producing enough goat milk. But I don't know how much we're going to actually end up, like, are these goats going to continually produce milk now? I genuinely just don't know. So until I do, we'll hold off on a purchase. And I keep forgetting my beacons. Still not used to UK driving. Alright, back on the farm. Let's go grab our goat milk. At least part of it. This is going to take a couple of trips over there, at least. Maybe more. Probably two. Two will get us enough. And then we'll wait for it to fill back up again before we make another run. Which won't happen today. Whoa! Okay, that was impressive. That was slick enough that it was not even registering my turn and just kept going forward. That's kind of cool, actually. I like that. I like that. I don't like that, though. Even though I insist on crashing into everything. We got 15,000 liters. And we need to go to the Dalton barn store. Was that? Yes, that's over here. Yep. Okay, there we go. 7,300. Ready to roll out. We can see our beacon shining massively across the other side of the map. Luckily this is a small map, so it's not too difficult. Although I think this road could use a plow. The main roads are clear, but the back roads certainly are not. And now I'm still kind of pondering, do I pick up that big field, or should maybe I go with another couple of small fields? I really think the big field is the right option, though. I had bumped up the time just to get the biogas plant to churn through stuff a little bit faster and forgot to turn it down, so I hope I didn't just mess up the ability to get all of this over here, I should say. Before they close shop for the day. Since I know I've got at least one more trip to make. There we go. Goat milk, 3,400. Or 3,400. 34,446. And we definitely have another full trailer load to pull over, so that's going to put us at almost 70,000. 70,000 just on goat milk. That is outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Alright, I'm going to go grab that other trailer load of goat milk, and I will see you back over here when we're ready to sell it off. Well, at some point, in the midst of running back over to grab more goat milk and coming back, the temperature apparently warmed up enough to melt all the snow. That was kind of surprising, but not like the snow was doing as much good. Unfortunately, the ground is still frozen, so not warm enough to work any crops, but it is what it is. Alright, that takes care of our goat milk. Let's see exactly what our total on that was. Is that Harv? Yeah, that's right. So $69,057 for goat milk. Very nice. Very nice indeed. And we will send back this trailer. And then I'm going to go back and finish up on the silage at the biogas plant. Assuming the biogas plant isn't closed up at this point. I don't recall. Does the biogas plant close? I think it does. We'll find out. Anyway, I will see you over there. Alright, this is going to be the last of our silage going into the biogas plant. It processed it all. It's at 300,000 liters by 6 p.m. When did we start? About 10 a.m. So that's not too bad. And since we have these garage bays available to us, I'm just going to store this over here for the winter, because I don't imagine I will be needing it anytime soon now that our silage is all taken care of. And of course, we don't get paid for the silage right away. We have to wait until midnight for that to come through. This little garage has really come in handy too. So we'll just drop that trailer right inside of there. In fact, I will put this over in the other garage. But, you know, because it's just absolutely necessary. I don't know if you know this or not, but when you're attempting to do anything, you should crash into something at least 3, maybe 4 times just for good measure. It's kind of imperative. You really need to do that just to ensure that you're getting the most bang for your buck. Or maybe I'm just justifying my poor driving. Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing, but that's kind of beside the point. Alright, as we wrap up our Winter Wonderland episode, let's take one more look at our seasons menu. Goat milk has been sold off. We are looking for the first day of spring again, and when we can start planting, we could get grass in, we could get lucerne in. We have at least one field we want to put lucerne in, so that's good to know. Our animals are doing exceptionally well. There's that 56th goat. I told you we had one more kid coming that day. Our sheep are going to be popping out their lambs any day now. I expect by midwinter we'll have some lambs. They're going to need to fatten up a little bit before we sell them. so I'm not too concerned about that. One thing about the goats, I do have some males that need to be sold off, so we'll take care of that today. Actually, why don't I just go do that real quick, and then we'll wrap up for the day. I'll see you back at the farm. Alright, so I just opted to come back over, and we are going to go ahead and take care of these males. Well, he's awfully young. Now this one, he's young, but he's fattened up to a point where he's at a good sale price. So we'll move him. That's our original black goat. We're going to keep him just in case. Wish there was a way to sort them. So there's a young one. And that one. I guess we really kind of need, after thinking about this, to probably let these fatten up. We have the one at about 119 pounds. That looks like a pretty good price. And what's our original male go for? So that's not him. Should be at 1.5-ish years. Of course, you know, now that I want to find it, I can't. But when I didn't care, it was sitting right in front. There it is. So at 157 pounds, it's 1.7 years, 394. You know, I'm actually going to hang on to these goats. I thought I wanted to sell them, but now that it's said and done, I'm gonna fatten them up. I'm gonna get them up to, you know, 120, 150 pounds or so. Try to max out their price, and then I'll sell them off. So we're gonna hang on to them for now. But that's gonna do it for this episode of Dalton Valley Farm. I expect to see you again in the springtime, and until then, I appreciate you coming along for the ride. If you found the episode enlightening, entertaining, or anything otherwise, do me a favor and hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. And until next time, take care.